Hello everybody, this is Bluestone. Welcome back to the Pyramid Labyrinth, the lower lava branch this time, and I want to show you guys this cool piston door design. It's a piston command block hybrid door, and it's a 3x3 design, which means it's, well, bigger. It can fit into 3x3 hallways as opposed to a 2x2 with pure pistons. This opens instantly because it's using command blocks. If you were to make this kind of door, 3x3 piston door with just pistons, it would take a lot of time to remove that center block there, but with command blocks it makes it instant. So in this video I'd like to show you guys how to do that. So first of all, let's place a 4 here. I'll place a little bit off the ground so you guys can see all the redstone. The pathway is 3 blocks wide because we're going to be using a 3x3 door. Of course you don't want to put a 3x3 door on a 4 block wide path. That would be, that'd look ugly. Anyway, so we put our pistons here just like normal. A regular 3x3 piston door has the standard outside ring blocks just using pistons by themselves that activate and deactivate based on the pressure plates, and the center block is a more complicated mechanism that is activated on the same thing but on a slight delay, so that it waits for the outside blocks to get out of the way before it can start doing its thing. But the command block one doesn't have to do that. So all we got to do is place these lines in, and because we're using command blocks in this, we don't have to run redstone to the entire mechanism, to every single one of these pistons, which would technically cause more lag. Instead, what we can do is we can place a filler block. So for example, if we choose, let's say diorite. Let's pick diorite here. We take this block out here. Of course, the player will never see this, so you don't have to worry about it looking ugly, even because diorite's ugly in its raw form anyway. Polished diorite's fine. But all we got to do is take diorite and put them anywhere that we want, anywhere that we need to put redstone blocks so that these pistons can be powered. In fact, we can remove the bottom too because these two will be powered by quasi-conductivity. So what we do is we use a fill command to fill all these diorite blocks with redstone blocks on the falling edge of the circuit. So we look at one corner, say fill space tab tab tab, okay, and then go to the bottom corner, the opposite corner, complete opposite corner, and look at that block, and do tab tab tab, okay, and then we pull up that command again and say, all right, we're going to fill this with redstone blocks. But not just redstone blocks, or else that would fill the entire thing with redstone blocks and erase our progress. We don't want to do that. We only want to replace diorite. And if we do that, we replace every single one of these. Oh, I didn't place that piston. That piston is too low. But as you saw there, we replace every single one of these diorite blocks with redstone blocks. Boop. And of course, the opposite can be done very easily by swapping what we say here. So we can say fill the entire thing with diorite. That's dirt, diorite, and only replace redstone blocks. And boom, there we go. We just got and experimented and tested the rising edge and the falling edge of the circuit. So all we need to do is hook up the 2 pressure plates on either side, just like so. A simple redstone line will do just fine because we don't have to do any complicated thing for this design anyway. The one I used in the lava branch used some more complex stuff, but this one's just a demo. So on the right, when we activate the redstone, we want this command block here /give as command block. When the door is activated, we want it to open, which is filling the entire thing with diorite blocks, but only replacing redstone blocks. So we take that command using the up and down arrows that flip between your previous commands, and Control A, Control X, and looking in the command block, pasting it in, clicking done, and then now, if any of these are powered, let's see if they're powered on. If we replace them back with redstone blocks, when we press this pressure plate, that command block will replace all of these with diorite. Boop. And we open the door. Now, of course, we can't keep it open. We need it to also close. So let's put a redstone torch on it and say we'll copy the same command block using Control middle click, just like so. And then putting that one there and say, all right, instead of replacing all the redstone blocks with diorite, we're going to fill the entire thing with redstone blocks. That's not a redstone block. Redstone blocks, but only replace diorite. Boop. And now we have the rising and the falling edge of the circuit. There's on, there's the off. There's the on, and there's the off. Brilliant. That's the easy part of the door. And notice we didn't have to use any redstone wiring, didn't have to fiddle through this entire thing. So this door is technically more compact, which is rather nice if you're working with a pyramid that has tons of stuff crowded around each other. But for the center block, that is a little bit more complicated. If you didn't realize it, you might, or you didn't think about it very closely, you might engineer some set blocking with redstone blocks and pistons and stuff to try to get that middle block out. But if you think about it, all you got to do is /set block tab, 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 air to make it open. And then to make it close, all you have to do is do that same command to make it, oops, sandstone. Boop, and it's closed. Perfectly fine. So we can take that command there, oops, the air one. What is that? When we activate it, we need it to set to air. All right. When we activate it, we need to set to air. Perfect. And then when it's falling, we could put a chain command block on top of this one and set it to always active so it doesn't need redstone. It'll only activate when the bottom one activates. Okay. And then when it falls, when the redstone redstone torch turns on, we want it to fill back with sandstone. Not sand, sandstone. Perfect. And now we have 2 command blocks. One for filling all the redstone blocks around the edge, and one for the center block. Boop. For the rising and falling edge. Now you might notice this center block lingers just a moment. That is a little bit odd. I'm not sure if that's server or client side, but what's more apparent is that this center block appears before the pistons have pushed back their blocks to fill in the door again. That is because pistons are slower than command blocks. So if you wanted to get rid of that or make the center block reappear a little bit later, you could take that command block and put it on a slight delay here. So instead of exactly when the redstone torch turns on, we could say, all right, 1 tick after the redstone torch turns on. We could switch that back to an impulse so that it activates. And now we have the door opening just like normal, and then when we're falling edge, this the center block will be filled in 2 ticks later. Brilliant. So it does have a little bit more of an aesthetic to it. Of course, you could do the same thing with the center to make it delete the center block and then unpower everything. So we can take this fill all the redstone blocks with diorite. We can put that on a slight delay as well. Yep, there it is. So now we have center remove, then open, and then close and center place. Brilliant. That is the exact tick order that I used for mine actually. And of course, for mine I used a lit redstone lamp. So in this case, I can add a redstone lamp, and then lit equals true. And now we have lit redstone lamp in the center. Oh, drat. Okay, the problem here is that when the blocks are pushed back, it updates the redstone lamp before it's done. So if we delay it by a tick, there we go. Very nice, very nice. Now we have a lit redstone lamp in the center, even though it's not being powered by anything. So if you update this thing, then it turns off. So But since if it's in adventure mode, then you don't have to worry about people doing that. And of course, because it's a command block door, once you open it and reclose it, then it'll be perfectly fine. So that right there is a piston command block hybrid 3x3 piston door. Phew. It did look like a lot, but I promise you it wasn't. I did talk a little bit quickly, but look at the time in this video. That should convince you of anything. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Bluestone and the 3x3 piston command block hybrid piston door. Hybrid piston command block door. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.